All right, I'll try to make this as clear and concise as possible and stay out of the super conspiracy realm for all the normies that are still out there. But I'm making the video because I, for the first time in the last, I'd say, couple of weeks, maybe 2 weeks, I've seen people that were trapped start realizing things are definitely wrong and reacting and doing things. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm having conversations with strangers, dude, like people that I meet that are saying things. And I'm like, you know, people are definitely starting to wake up a little bit. So I'm like, get my hopes up. But dude, look at everything going on, and what happened down in Texas, and then similar things happening all around, and we didn't see those things, a couple of years ago. I recently, very recently, had some interesting stuff happen to me that was wild. But without saying I told you so, I tried to explain how whether or not you want to trust some type of stranger's plan or whatever, the point is you should still, as a free and independent human being, be responsible for your own safety and the safety of your own family. And I said a long time ago how you can resolve this issue non-violently, simply by not complying and withdrawing yourself from the entire system. Now, the thing about all of this, truly all of this, is that it's very daunting. It's overwhelming, right? It really is. I get it. And we shut down. But if you make a list, right? I'm sure a lot of us do this. You make a list, and it seems like a lot in the beginning, but you just start knocking stuff off, and then you're like, wow, that didn't even take me half the time I thought it was gonna. I think it would be something like that in the end. Totally lost my train of thought. Everything's as it always was. Growing my hair out, by the way. I'm going savage, dude. I'm gonna grow this out like Willie Nelson, but hopefully it stays blonde. Anyway, yeah, I got it. Withdrawing yourself from the system, and I said this a while ago, means like don't pay any bill, any credit card, any mortgage. Don't pay your anything, and just turn the lights off. Like, be as unproductive for the system as possible, but very productive for yourself and your family outside of the system. So, like, again, I understand that we're gonna have to go to work, right? And like you have to earn money. I get it. So what you need to do though is take that money and then put it into things that the system does not like precious metals. I do not, for the umpteenth time, recommend cryptos. Do not, do not. I'm not a financial advisor, so it's just my opinion, but I do not. They're the exact same thing as dollars and every other fiat currency, except they're worse because they're totally trackable and traceable, which is why they rolled this stuff out to make it seem like it was good. And you can make a bunch of money, so it'd be good in your eyes. Oh, look how rich I get, and then it's really just to have complete control over you. It's the mark of the beast. Anyway, so if you withdraw yourself from the system as much as possible, and everyone, and slowly over time, like, you will starve the beast. You will starve the beast, truly. And also, and I've said this, need to be more open and honest about who we are, what we are, and that we're all imperfect. We all make mistakes. We're all flawed. We all struggle. We all have certain strengths and weaknesses. And we just need to be honest about them and with each other, and not put people down, but lift them up. Like, lift up the other people around you, and you yourself will get to higher heights than you could have achieved alone. Dude, there's a story in the Brothers Karamazov, a book by Dostoevsky, I think, and it's like stories within stories. And when this monk is talking about meeting with another monk or priest or whatever, and he's complaining about how he doesn't have any time to like go out and preach the gospel because he's too busy, preparing his sermons or lectures, and he also has to like take care of the church itself and like weed the grass and take care of the flowers and this and that and visit the sick. So he's like, I don't have time to like actually go out and do what I really wanted to do when I took this job. And the other wiser monk says, if you just stopped complaining and didn't worry about the weeds and your lessons or whatever, and you just went out and just solely spoke the word of God, he goes, it might take some time and you might have to go through some trials and tribulations, but in the end, you might find your church or whatever it is like more full than ever, and you'll have more people than you even know what to do with offering help. Like, he's like, you'll be turning people away. Like, no, I don't need your help. Leave me alone. Because you'll have just gone out and touched so many lives and inspired so many people that like they're gonna want to give that back to you tenfold. See where I'm going with this? So this system that we've been brought up in has taught you to just, crush those around you to get yourself ahead. And I said this a long time ago when I was in the Marines and I was in the infantry, which is a very terrible job. I had two chains of command. And the first chain of command made sure that everyone at the bottom, meaning the lowest ranking private, was the first in line for whatever it was, the food, the water, the medical care, like whatever, medical care. Uh, the private was first, the PFC was second, the lance corporal was third. You know what I'm saying? It went literally from the bottom, like it was from the bottom up, like it was a line, like as the lowest person in the food chain, okay. And once those guys, all of those lowest rung guys are okay, then we go to the next lowest rung, and it worked its way. And literally, and what happened was, we would have followed that chain of command. Our higher ups that led us, like we knew that they cared about us because I could give you so many examples of what they did for us. But it was because of that, like we would have followed them to the gates of hell, and like we were tight as a unit. And then what happened was when they all left, and we got a new chain of command, and everyone was just all about getting their next promotion. They didn't give a shit about anybody below them. It all fell apart, and then like people that were going to re-enlist that liked the Marine Corps, that were motivated, they became so demoralized that people got like their tattoos covered up, got USMC tattooed upside down on their body and shit. Like, dude, it was crazy, man. But I just use that as an example of like when you take care of those around you versus like not giving a shit about them, like what you can do as together versus like just having fucking nothing but whatever. I don't know, a hot mess that no one wants to even partake in, like, a social contract that no one signed that's not working. So, dude, like we could get into how The Matrix was like a form of a documentary, and I don't even mean like, you're like a battery. I mean like we're living in some type of fucking hologram. Like this shit doesn't make any sense. Like I made the old video about trees and how there's no old trees for the most part, and it doesn't make any sense. And I go on and on, bro. But like, again, you gotta look up zombie insects of the rainforest, and how like there's insects that can use mind control on other animals, and like there's parasites that have mind control abilities, and how like, again, I don't even want to use his name because when I do, I feel like it gets shadow banned. But this dude that writes about all kinds of scientific anomalies that have been recorded for hundreds of years, and that they're never explained, or they're deliberately refuted by scientists, and how science has been working against us since the beginning. And just like things that fall out of the sky, and some of them are like larvae and jelly that turns to larvae that then burrows into the ground that fell out of the sky. Like that could be fucking anything. It could be a fucking dinosaur. So again, everything you think you know is wrong. And you're a sovereign, independent being of energy, and you've been trapped here by frequencies, and it's beyond your wildest dreams. But I just want you to understand that like not complying, withdrawing yourself as much as possible from the system, but also when we do that, making sure that those around you are taken care of and being good, honest, God-fearing people. And if we do that, like it'll be difficult, it'll be scary, but if we're in charge, meaning good, honest, God-fearing people that truly care about those around them, we're going to be okay. You have to understand that we're going to be okay. Because like, I was just talking to a guy here, this hotel where I'm staying, and like the shit he's been through, and he was in the Army, and he's in Motor T, bro. I can get into that. Like I owe Pogues and Motor T drivers like a massive apology, because I've met a couple truck Motor T guys in the last 2 years. Like, dude, I didn't even drive a truck, bro. I manned a gun my entire year, whatever, in Iraq. Like, dude just showed me a fucking picture of his truck engulfed in fucking flames, bro, and told me how he saved his buddy's life, dude. Like, so I owe you Pogues an apology, but I guess my point was I wasn't even trying to put you guys down. I love you guys. My point in using was like, don't use I don't know, what is it, like nail painting and whatever the fuck is like a virtue signal for why the infantry would be better off if we added all this fucking bullshit. So you guys know I love you, but I just want to just be honest. Like, dude, I met some of you Motor T guys lately, bro, that went over to Iraq, and I've heard some crazy ass stories. Dude, holy fuck. So anyway, I'm still alive, bro. And recently they tried some shit. But I'm still here, and I'm still fighting, and I'm gonna post this now and see where it goes. I doubt it's gonna get anywhere. Dude, if you search me, like, I'm totally shadow banned on the internet, and the only thing that's up is someone else's Twitter account, They have that crazy ass video I made a long time ago. It's like if you search my name, it's the only one that comes up. The only thing that comes up about me at all is that crazy ass video on someone else's Twitter account. And it's like some fucking commie groomer. So then I created a Twitter account. I started trolling him, and then I doxed Joe Biden. His beach house is the Gateway Pundit posted was it like a permit to do work on the house so they could see the address, and I googled it. It's right there on Google Street Maps. So I fucking doxed Joe Biden, and I immediately got banned. Immediately. So I love you guys. I miss you. Shit's getting crazy, bro. So like again, just to repeat myself for the third time now, completely withdraw yourself as much as possible and just keep going, keep pushing more and more and more to withdraw yourself. Take your money that you make at your job and invest it in precious metals or whatever the fuck you want, food, medical supplies, water, whatever the fuck you want. It's none of my business. But get it out of dollars in the beast fucking system. And if you can, like, find side jobs and gigs to get out, and then like we can start like a different bartering system. Like we are the lifeblood of this entire world. Like it's our labor, our blood. I've said this, our blood, sweat, and tears that makes this all run. Like whoever the fuck these creatures are, whatever the fuck they are, like they need us. We don't need them. Truly, truly. So let's identify each other by our actions of being kind, uplifting, again, God-fearing people. It's really that simple, guys. So I love you. I miss you. I fucking have no idea what's going on. Again, lost my fucking mind. But I'm going to post this. I doubt anyone will see it. But, thumbs up, share, comment, whatever the fuck. Let's see. But again, I love you all. God bless you. And it's getting wild, bro. That's why I'm making this. It's getting so wild. And you'll never be ready, bro. Like, you'll never be ready. Like you right now, you're as ready as you'll ever be. What better time than here? What better place than now? Dude, I can feel the frequencies of the earth. I just wake up and I feel completely different, bro. Like I can feel shit changing. I told you, this is like the end of a massive age, a massive solar cycle. It was like Suspicious Observer is a channel on YouTube that talks about the solar cycles, and he's not inflammatory, you know what I mean? Like Alex Jones, he's pretty even keeled. Because they're talking about like some sunspot right now, and potential solar flare that could whatever, but also like so basically there's like this giant sunspot that's facing the Earth right now that if it did this thing it could cause an EMP, but also at the same time they're about to turn back on the fucking that shit over in India. What the fuck is it? They're trying to fucking find the God particle. They're opening a fucking portal, bro, and they're about to turn that shit on somewhere around July 4th, before or after. So I don't fucking know. So they're prepping you for like a fucking, an EMP, and then they're opening that fucking portal, and they're talking about aliens, like all this shit, dude. You have to, again, I guess I'll close with this. Oh, fuck, I just had it. Like, I know this shit I say seems crazy, but I hope you're starting to catch on that, like, my intentions were always genuine, and, I'm not perfect. I might have been wrong about whatever, or fucking, I don't know, whatever. I'm a crazy asshole, but like, I care. I'm doing my best, and I'm pretty informed, and I'm trying to keep you guys ahead of everything. So rely on yourselves, be responsible for yourselves and your family, and help those around you, and get the fuck out of this system while you still can. And just understand that, like, I don't know, God wouldn't hurt you. God wouldn't make you be fearful. So, like, whatever's going to happen soon, whatever they're going to present you with, go with your heart and your instincts. If you're a good person, like, then you're going to have a good compass, a good guide. If it makes you fearful, and I don't mean like in a, if you know what I'm saying, like, you'll know. God doesn't hurt. God doesn't invoke fear. God is loving. All right? So just keep that in mind. Love you. Stay safe. Stay safe.